What is up, my fam bam? How are you all doing out there? I hope you're doing super awesome well. I want to share with you guys my makeup favorites of 2019. These are products that are tried and true, things that I would grab if I just like need a bunch of stuff that is just not gonna fail me. And bonus, I actually created this look that you see right here today using all of these favorites that I'm gonna be talking about, and I filmed it for you guys as well. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 video where you get to see me actually applying it almost tutorial style, and I talk to you guys about why I like each individual one. I have a couple other products that I want to mention that I didn't use, of course, but I tried to limit my favorites into 1 or maybe 2 in each category because it's a favorite, you know what I mean? There's a lot of products that I really like and I love and I just have such a good time playing with, but these ones that I wanted to focus on today, these are the ones that I would just like, I would stock my makeup bag with if I was on the go. Or if something happened to all my makeup, these would be the first ones that I replace. You catch my drift, you smell my vibe, that's what's going on with this. So if you happen to be new here, I am Ashley L with AHM Artistry, and I like to talk about makeup, I like to apply makeup, I just love all things beauty and having a bunch of fun over here. You can subscribe at any point in time if you would like to see more from me, because I post about 3 times a week. Now I feel compelled to say this because I've gotten a few messages from you guys today saying, hey, I'm sorry, I don't know why I missed a couple videos or whatever. YouTube isn't sending me notifications and I don't know what's up. You can try to make sure that little bell is tapped, and then in your YouTube settings, you can actually manually pick what type of notifications you want to be notified about, but it's not a fail safe. YouTube still picks and chooses for you which ones they think you would be interested in. It's very weird. It's very odd. It happens to me too in my channels that I watch, but it's just, it's weird. You can do those steps. It helps, but I always go back and look through my subscription feed when I'm just, you know, having my downtime and stuff to see if I missed anything. I know it's super frustrating, but I wanted to mention that since I did get quite a few messages today, which was funny that the timing of it, but I figured right now I'll tell you guys, hey, try those tips. If they don't work, I'm sorry. You can also follow me over on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, because I always try to post about my videos over there, and then you get bonus content and everything too. But enough jibber jabbing, enough about all of that. If you want to see all of my makeup favorites of 2019 and why I like them and me applying them, then you know what to do because you've been here before. And if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now. Sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. Boop. Now, if you think you know what some of my favorite makeup products are of 2019, go ahead, make some guesses down in the comments below and we will check it out. We're gonna get started, and as the Mad Hatter says, start at the beginning and when you get to the end, stop. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna be starting with face primer because we're gonna be doing our face first today. Now you'll probably know this already because I've used it quite a bit, the CoverGirl True Blend Moisturizing Primer. I was sent a couple things in here, not much, I don't get that much in PR, but CoverGirl did send this one to me in PR a long time ago. However, this is one that I would personally repurchase, so I just wanna let you guys know anytime I'm sent things and stuff, just so you know. But I love this one, and it actually replaced my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. It was kind of feeling like that one wasn't doing much for me anymore, and if you saw my empties video, you know I kind of went over that. This one feels like it boosted my moisture level even more. It's not like crazy intense hydrating, so if you're super dry and dehydrated, it still might not be enough, but if you're more normal to dry, which is what my skin type is now, and you feel like, say, the Too Faced Hangover RX primer isn't doing it for you anymore, try this one. You know, drugstore primers, gotta love them, so exciting. I also really like this Makeup Revolution Pore Blur Primer. So they're kind of 2 different types of primers, that's why I included both of them. This one, I have to say, it's a little bit weird. It kind of have to shake the bottle first and it kind of spits out, where I thought I maybe got one that wasn't good the first time, but it was brand new, like they just launched it. So it goes together and it blurs out fine. So I think it's just the formula of it wants to do something interesting. It works totally fine. It's just something to note when you're going to use it. I concentrate this just in obviously the pore areas, but I have used it all over depending on what foundation I'm using. But for this combination today, I used the 2 of them, and I definitely feel like my pores are a little bit more blurred. And I feel like this is a good dupe for the Smashbox Pore Blurring Primer, I think it is, which I think this is $9 versus like 30 something from Smashbox. So hey, we love some dupes, don't we? All right, and then next, you guys in my fan bam know I like to conceal my cheeks first before I go with foundation because I have a lot of discoloration there, and I love the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer. So this launched this year. This is my 2nd tube of it, and I'm absolutely in love with this formula. I can't, it's gonna be a hard it's gonna be a hard one to beat because it is so creamy and moisturizing and pigmented. If you feel like the Tarte Shape Tape is too dry for you, but you like the pigmentation and the look of it, try this bad boy because this is nice. It's hydrating without being creasy or rolly or anything, and I'm just over the moon about it. You'll also see that I do use this to brighten, of course, and conceal afterwards on my foundation too. I use them both ways, both times, and it's beautiful. I love it. Now, my favorite foundation, and if you've been with me for a while and you tend to read my description box where I list what makeup products I'm using, like not on camera, this is usually the foundation that I'm using. And that's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. I love this foundation. When I was doing makeup and stuff on the side, I actually stocked my kit with this. I love it so much. I think it's so versatile. It works for oily and dry skin. It's just so beautiful. I can manipulate this foundation amazingly to make it more matte, to make it more moisturizing looking, more luminous, whatever. It's just amazing. I love it. It's pretty full coverage depending on how much you build it up and if you use a sponge or a brush. I use it with a brush because I like my full coverage. So yeah, that's a favorite. Tell me if you got that right because I know a lot of you guys know. But if you need a dupe of that one, because that one has about a $39 price point, somewhere around there, the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation is a very, very close second. For some reason, I just tend to gravitate towards this one more on the daily. But if I had to do a drugstore one as my favorite, this one would be that. They seem so similar. They are both very creamy, very pigmented. For some reason, this one isn't completely first place, but for a fraction of the price, it is easily dupable to this one. So there you go. Now, this one became my favorite a few months before the end of the year. So I didn't include anything that like I had just gotten, of course, and any recent reviews that you have seen of mine, it's not going to be included in this because it's stuff that I'm still trying out and everything. But this one I got, I think it was October, November, and it was long enough for me to fall in love with it, you guys. So pressed powder, It Cosmetics Bye Pores pressed powder, baby. It is so good. I love it. I'm used to using loose powders, but they tend to try me out no matter what. The best ones that I've gotten is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder, which is quite a pretty penny, but even still, some days it's just more drying than I would like it to be. So I've had to repress this one because I don't know if you remember, if you saw the video where it was all smashed up. So it's so sad. I'm gonna actually probably just go ahead and get a new one real soon. I was already hitting pan on this anyway, so that's okay. That's the only complaint I would say, but it's still my favorite, so I don't care, is you probably go through it maybe a little bit faster than a loose setting powder, but there's probably just not as much product in here. So I hit pan on it end of December, so say I had it 2, maybe 3 months, and that's when I hit like the pan size. It was like that much hitting pan. So, but it's worth it for me. I'm definitely gonna be getting another one. I got this one at half price, so it's a little bit like, oh, now I want that price all the time. But if it ever goes on sale again, you know your girl is stocking up. Although I probably shouldn't stock up because I just got rid of a bunch of, you know, I did my whole decluttering thing and I said I wasn't gonna stock up on things because you never know by the time you're done using a whole product if you're gonna go back to it. But it's hard to feel like this one is gonna surpass it, because I love it and it doesn't dry me out and I still look hydrated, I still look glowy. Nowhere on my face looks cakey and dry, and I love it. And I think a lot of it has to do with this powder because I love it. I love it. Now, this one I absolutely love. I love. This is the only like holiday product I'm including because it's not actually a holiday. It's a year-round product, but I got it in a holiday kit. It is the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick in the shade Baked. It is this little tiny guy. I have used it so many times and I haven't even made a dent in it, you guys. It has so much product in it. Like, it's gonna take me forever to go through that, but I love this cream bronzing stick. It is the only one that I've ever found that I am like obsessed with. The only sad thing that I do like on the daily is I will put it out to use it, but I'm so not used to using cream-based like bronzing highlighting type of products that I go to set my face and then I forgot to use this and I'm like, no, oh my gosh, I forgot to use it again. But today I wanted to demonstrate for you guys how beautiful it is in case you missed that Milk MVP's video that I did for the holiday little set that they came out with. So I was brave. I put it over the powder that I used and it worked beautifully. Any other bronzer could never cream bronzer go over all that, you know, base products with powder and everything. This one went on. I very gently put it on and blended it out the same way I usually do with the Iconic London little base brush, and it was beautiful. It's still on. You guys can still see it. I actually did my whole makeup. What time is it? It's 10:45. I woke up at 6 this morning to do my entire face, and everything is still looking really pretty, including that contour. I didn't use any other contour shade. I did use a bronzer, which I'll show in a second, but it's looking real nice. It's looking real nice. I'm loving it, you guys. So if you don't want to invest in the full size, grab yourself a little mini. Sometimes they sell the mini sizes on Sephora's site and on Milk site. So snatch that up if you're interested in trying it. You guys, it's life-changing. Oh my gosh. Now, I didn't use this necessarily today. I used a little bit of this today. So I do want to mention it. The Smashbox Holidays contour palette. Sorry, this came out in 2018 for holiday. I want to mention this though because it's something that I use almost every single day. It is the contour palette that I love. So when I'm not using the Milk makeup stick, I'm using this, and I do use the highlighters and bronzers as well if I'm not going to be like talking about something, because it makes me sad to be telling you guys about something that you can't get your hands on anymore. Or maybe you can get them at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something if you're lucky, but it's kind of hard to find there too. So the reason why I still want to mention it though is because this row right here is still available in a little trio from Smashbox. It's like a year-round product that they have. So it's the same one. So when I originally picked this up and reviewed it, I put swatches next to each other and I saw that they're exactly the same. So I go in with that contour palette a lot. So you can just say for my favorite contour product in bronzer, it is this little trio in the middle. So you can still get that. But when I want to do a bronzer, like I did today, a little tiny bit, I added this one and this one together because this is a matte bronzer. And of course it's a highlight, and I like a little bit in between. So I mix the two. I don't have any other like single bronzers that I absolutely am obsessed with. So that is like literally what I used all of 2019. And you saw, I mean, like hitting pan on stuff. I probably need to start searching for a new one. That way you guys could be able to get your hands on it better, but you can still get the trio if you're interested and you like contouring and stuff. So, you know. There we go. Now highlighters. I love highlighters. There is a lot that I love. I'm not going to be including the Jeffree Star Peppermint Frost in this favorites because like it just came out. A lot of people can't get their hands on it. It is really pretty, but I have something else that I like even more than that. Even if I was including that, I still have something that I like even more. Something that will never fail me, that is just bang-a-rang, and I'm obsessed with. And that is the Ofra highlighters. You guys, you've been hearing about them for years, I'm sure. You might not believe the hype if you never tried it. I didn't either. And then I tried it and I was like, oh wow. How dare I wait so long to try one of these? So I originally started using it in the Pro palette. This palette's gonna look very different because I completely took out the ones that I didn't like, which was a lot of it, and I put my own products in there. But this one, Rodeo Drive, I love. You can see that glow as I'm applying it. It is so, so pretty. It works so well. It can be so blinding depending on how you build it up. If you use a lighter hand, you can make it more soft and natural. So it's very versatile, and I love it so much. I love it. I haven't even needed a full size of that yet. That little guy has lasted me quite some time. I even picked up the like more unique type of highlighters, the Cloud9 and the Space Baby, and I applied them today so you could see what they look like. They do not mess around. They're for that kind of unique type of glow, that more alien-like finish, and they are so, so pretty. I keep them in their boxes because I'm like that with product, but the packaging is that beautiful white packaging that I love, but I'm probably gonna be taking them out of the boxes once I have like the new makeup area that I'm still filming. I'm doing that whole organization video, don't worry, it's coming. But let me show you guys. So these have that more like unique type of glow. They may not be for your everyday unless this is what you like every day like I do. It is so cool. It has that beautiful blue shift in that one. That one is Space Baby, and then this one is Cloud9. I believe this was a Nikki Tutorials collab. When I applied it by itself, which I've done before, it looks a little bit more like, say, a streak of blue for that one, the Space Baby. But when I layered it today, it kind of married really nicely and made it a little bit more wearable. So if you have some of these unique highlighters and you're just like, yeah, I want to like it, but it's just too much, try first putting on a highlighter that more like closely matches your skin tone that you would wear like an everyday highlighter, and then gently taking a brush and concentrating that interesting glow. And then even you could take a little sponge and gently press it out, and it marries very beautifully together. That's what I did today. I feel like this is more wearable now, and it's just nice. I mean, I have this theory, everything is wearable that you wear, but you know what I mean. Love them. Over highlighters, love, amazing. There's even another one in this Pro palette that I love, so I know across the board it is really good. I just I'm sorry that I didn't try it sooner because wow, I love them. And they have sales a lot of times too on their site and on Ulta's site. So don't pay full price if you don't have to because they do a lot of deals. You know? Now I don't have any favorite blushes. Sorry, I kind of am a grab what's next to me type of girl as long as it works with whatever eye look and stuff that I'm doing. There's no like hands down favorite. Sorry to disappoint, but that's just a fact. Now, setting spray. This one, you guys, I don't know if you'll be surprised or not. I use it a lot, but maybe if you saw the original review video, I don't know if you'll be surprised or not. We'll see. The Tarte Stay Spray. I love this setting spray. I did a video reviewing this during the summer, I think it was, where I went on a treadmill and I actually, you know, ran in my full face of makeup and I tested the ability to be sweat-proof and waterproof because that's what this claimed to do. Spoiler, it didn't do any of that. It was sweat dripping down my face. I had lines through my makeup. It did not avoid that happening, but I still love it. I love it because a lot of setting sprays will change my makeup and I usually want it to look like how it looks. Unless I'm looking unusually dry, in which case I need to put something moisturizing on in a spray. This one will keep it how it looks. It's not going to add any luminosity. It's not going to add any extra hydration. It's not going to add any mattifying, but I feel like it does in some way make my makeup last longer throughout the day and make it all just like melt into each other in like this perfect, amazing, mystical way. And the mystery, you guys, is amazing. This one is kind of getting to the end. I think I have like this much left, but it's such a beautiful spine mist. Has this beautiful, refreshing cucumber smell. I'm just obsessed with it. I will be replacing this as soon as I run out because I love it so much. Now, a little runner up for setting sprays I have to mention because I kind of rediscovered it while I was doing my empties video is the Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray from Catrice, because I was obsessed with this all throughout the beginning of the year and I can't forsake my little tiny little guy. She smells like Windex, so I don't like that, but the illumination that you get with this is so beautiful. Just this veil of just glowy beautifulness, kind of like an illuminating powder would give that has those little itty bitty microfine glitters, but in a spray form and more of like a boost of hydration. So if I'm feeling more dry or a little bit dull, I will use this one. I'm not feeling that way today, so I don't need this, but it is so pretty. I do like the mister on this one as well. It's nice. It's a little bit stronger, but it's really nice. Other than this fragrance, this is like a 10 out of 10. I love it. Oh, I feel like before we move on away from the face, I have to mention my favorite sponges, you guys, because I love these so much and they are so affordable. And that's the Shop Miss AOA Studio Wonder Blender sponges. They have a lot of different styles and colors to choose from. They even have one of those kind of the microfiber sponges, you know, like Juno & Co., which that one's not an expensive one, but this one's even cheaper. They range from like $1.55 to $1.88. All their stuff on Shop Miss is usually $1, but that extra little 55 cents, 88 cents actually goes to different charities. So they have an animal charity that they donate to, and then like a children's school charity fund that they donate to, which I think is really cool. But not only that, the sponges are amazing. Anytime I go to beauty blenders, like I found this one when I was decluttering, it's a little black beauty blender. I went to use it and I'm just like, it's not the same. I don't like this texture anymore. Like it feels kind of weird on my skin now that I'm used to how smooth the AOA, sorry, it's dirty because I use it today, but the AOA Studio one is so smooth. It's so nice. I feel like it doesn't try to lift my product up. I almost feel like that happens with the beauty blender. And I did a side-by-side comparison video forever ago trying to figure out, okay, let's make a decision which one is better, and AOA Studio Wonder Blender won. I love it so much. It is so good. I can't go back. I'm not going to be repurchasing any beauty blenders. I need to get, they just started selling like a 5-pack, maybe an 8-pack on Shop Miss A. So as soon as they have that dollar shipping that they do sometimes for the US, I'm gonna be snatching that up. Snatching it up because I need to have all of those in my life. Okay, moving on to eyes. Now let's start with the brows. So I pretty much every single day do the same thing. I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I've been using the shade Soft Brown for about the last 6 months now because it kind of matches my roots since I'm letting my roots kind of do that. And I really enjoy that. There's not much to say about it, honestly. If you know, you know. And then to set my brows, I use a brow gel. Now I did this before I did my eyeshadow and stuff, which I don't usually do that. I just did it for demonstration purposes is I use the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel. I love this brow gel so much. Again, I was sent this in PR a while ago from CoverGirl, but I have since repurchased one. I like it so much. But it is thick, so keep that in mind. I only use it to set once everything is laid down. If you try to go in with it first and then fill in with your pencil, you're gonna hate it. It's gonna be a goopy, chunky mess. Don't do it that way. What you wanna do if you use a pencil or if you use dip brow, put that all down first and then very lightly just brush a little bit of the product in. Now, I usually wait to use this until I'm done with my entire makeup look. Powders are all on because if I put this on and then powders on, sometimes the powders will stick to it. I was very careful today and I actually went in and put a little bit more in when I was all done, so I'm not having that powdery effect, but just know it is wonderful. It'll keep your hairs in place. I used to love the ColourPop Brow Boss Brow Gel, and that one is good, but this one for some reason I've been gravitating to a lot more. I don't know what it is in particular. It just makes it look like I have like these extra little hairs up here, which I totally don't, as you just saw. I painted them all on, but it works so lovely. I love it, and it's really accessible and nice. Favorite eye primer shouldn't be any surprise. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer that launched, I think it was this summer. I really enjoy this eye primer. I have zero complaints. It never fails. It works for me. It sticks it nicely. It doesn't crease. Pigments stay pigmented. I just love it. It's great. You can get a smaller size, and that's what I would recommend because this is gonna last me forever and ever and ever, and that's a long time. I use it every day, and you wouldn't even be able to know that because it looks so full still. Now, eyeshadow palette, you guys. Okay, I love eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes. I mean, who's with me? A lot of us, I think, do. I love them. So this was really hard at first to narrow down. I wanted to pick one. I wanted to pick one eyeshadow palette that I just think of and I just am inspired by and I'm excited for and just to this day still excites me. And there was one that stood out because I'm a colorful type of gal in my like what I want to do. I do a lot of natural looks and I have a lot of fun experimenting and playing around with that. And on the day-to-day, yes, I do natural looks too, but this is one palette that just sparks something in me, you know? Something that just brings me joy, gets me excited, and that is the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I love this palette. When I was thinking of like, what looks have I done this year that I'm just like, you know what? I feel like a bad bee. I love it. It's rockin'. And that is all the looks that I created with this palette and the mini breaker. Now I wanted to pick one, so I'm trying not to cheat, but the mini breaker from Jeffree Star is gorgeous as well. Oh my gosh. I love the looks that I did with the mini breaker so much. So of course I created this look that you see here today using a few of these shades and I just love it. And yeah, I think of so many looks to create with this palette, and even there's a couple neutral shades if you want to go that route. I love it. I probably wouldn't need to get any other colorful palette and just stay with this one if I wasn't so obsessed with makeup and eyeshadow palettes, because this one, it touches all the bases, and right here in my heart. I love it. I love it. It's obviously my favorite Jeffree Star. That's hard. I love the Blood Sugar palette, but I am limited in that one. I feel like the sky's the freaking limit on this, you know, endless possibilities with this one. So that's why it's gonna be my favorite eyeshadow palette of 2019, and it launched in 2019 too, so there you go. I do want to mention a little like runner up, but there wasn't one particular palette necessarily that stood out, but it's just because I just started using them. It was at the end of 2018, but I gotten a lot more palettes from them in this last year, and that is ColourPop eyeshadows, you guys. They are so pigmented. I'm so sorry to anybody that was telling me to try those and I was putting it off because they are so good. They are so good. I love the formula, the affordability. I love that they have so many different eyeshadow palettes, which it can be overwhelming, I understand, but don't feel like you have to buy every single one. I love that they have now a color story for each category that you like. So if you really love yellows, they have that cute little yellow one. If you really love blues, they have that cute little blue one. And if you like characters like Disney and stuff, they have those too. If I were to pick one that I have, it would definitely be the Midnight Masquerade palette. I love that palette so much, you guys. I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, back to the look that we're doing today. My favorite, like, I don't know what category to put this in, but I just love it, so I want to mention it. And that's the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Glitter, Liquid Glitter Shadow thingamajig. I love these. They are a total dupe for the Stila Glitter and Glows, but I won't be repurchasing those anymore. I was sent all the glitters in PR, so I do want to mention that again, but I love them so much. They are so pretty. Again, this has been on since 6 o'clock this morning, maybe 6:30, and I'm not getting any creasing or any fallout. It's just beautiful. They have so many shades you can choose from. I think it's around like $9, which is way better than Stila's, what, 20, 25 bucks? So I'm not complaining. I love it. Mwah, I love it. I love it. I love it. The e.l.f. one that I just reviewed a couple days ago, I can't put that in a favorites or anything yet, but that one worked really well if you saw it, you know. That one's $5, so hey. All right, let's talk eyeliners. So my favorite liquid liner, which I kind of was surprised about because I had forgotten about it and then I started using it again. And that's the ColourPop liquid liners. I believe it's the BFF liquid liners. So they have a whole bunch of colors and stuff, but the numero uno obviously is my favorite. I use it every day. It is really nice. It's more of a matte finish, which is pretty hard to find in a felt tip liner. I love felt tip liners, but this is the only one that stood out for me this year and that I've been grabbing, and I've been using it a lot and it's not seeming like it's drying out at all. So this might last me a while, which is great. And it's also affordable too. So when I go to repurchase it, I won't cry about it. You know what I mean? As far as pencils go, I believe these were my favorites in the 2018 makeup favorites video, and they still are. LA Girl Glide On liners. I've actually accumulated more since then. My favorite, like favorite are the neons, because those are so hard to find and these are so pretty, and I do so many eye looks that I can utilize these with. I'm obviously used one today. I used the shade Fresh in the Shockwave neon eyeliners, but I also like the Glide On gel liners. I have like a blue, a green, a purple, and I even use the black one. You can see it's a little nubby guy. So I love these. They're super affordable. They are great. I probably will not be buying any kind of high-end colorful eyeliners again now that I found these, with the exception of like my fave babe Urban Decay Torch. If I ever ran out of that one again, they just know how to do those fiery shades. So that should be one of my favorites, but honorable mention, Urban Decay Torch Liner. I haven't been using it as much lately because of the types of looks that I've been doing, but like on the day-to-day, I love the Urban Decay Torch Liner. You guys, I can't not mention it. I love it. I love it. If I ever ran out of it, I would replace it 100%. So I guess that's a favorite. I just got the ColourPop gel liners though, and I think it might give these ones a run for its money. We'll have to see. Obviously, I haven't tested it more than once yet, so I can't decide that. But 2020 favorites video. Let's see. Let's see if it makes the cake. Makes the cake, cuts the cake, makes the cut. Bakes the cake? You know what I mean. Now, my favorite mascara. I mentioned in my declutter video that I have 3 favorites that I was gonna keep, but there was one in particular that I love. I swear by. If I'm traveling, I'm gonna take it. If I just need to grab something really quick and make my lashes look really good, I'm gonna use it. And it's drugstore. It is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. I need to toss this tube. I actually already got another one, but I'm gonna be comparing it to another one, so stay tuned for that. But this one is amazing. I love this mascara so much. Please don't get rid of it, CoverGirl. They did not send this to me in PR. I got it way before all of that, and I am obsessed with it. I love the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. It's so good. I just love it. It is a total dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which I do still have a lot of tubes of that, and I do really like it, but if I was to pick which that or this, it'd be this, baby. I love it. If you want to know what my 3rd favorite mascara was, it was the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I do like that one for when I'm doing more of like a soft type of natural look where I just want a little something on my lashes to help give a little flutter and a little bit of elongation. I like that one. It's really pretty, but this is my fave babe right here. Never fails me. I love it. I love you. Now, lashes. I go through a lot of different styles of lashes, different brands. I'm always experimenting and trying new ones, and I recently got some that I really, really like, but can't be favorites yet because I literally got it at the end of the year, and I still got to test them out more, you know, and figure it out. But this one I went back to a lot, and that is the Eyelure X Vegas Night Bronzed Beauty Lashes. These are so pretty. I just really enjoy these lashes a lot. I just think they go on really nicely. They're very lightweight. It has a flexible band, so keep that in mind if that's not something that you love, but they're gorgeous and they last a long time. So I really, really like those. Since I've been trying so many different other lash brands, I have to say still my favorite ones, because of the way that they pop onto my eye shape, are House of Lashes, but they discontinued my favorite style, and I'm a little bit sad about that, and I can't get any more, and my pair is done. That was the knockout ones. House of Lashes, why'd you do me like that? I also like the Allura lashes from them, but I don't have any more. I need to repurchase, but I have all these new lashes, so I don't want to repurchase because I'm testing out all this other stuff. All right, final products, and that is lippies. Yeah, I think we're finally down to the final wire, the finality. Now my favorite lip liner, hands down, without fail, I love it. It works for so many different types of lip looks that are nude, is the NYX lip pencil in mauve. I do a lot of nude lippies, so these are all gonna be nudes, even though I have a lot of colorful ones. And as we saw in my declutter video, I have a lot of lip products in general. They're not all the same nudes, they're all different. But my favorite lip pencil is that mauve one because it works so well with so many, and it's so creamy, yet you can get a nice precise line with. That is really nice. It's a classic, gotta love it. It's taken me about a year or so to find my perfect nude shade, and this one is it. Mauve. So if your skin tone is similar to mine, you might really like the mauve shade. Check it out, see if you like it. Sometimes NYX has testers, sometimes it doesn't, I don't know. Now my favorite liquid lipstick, I'm gonna show you my favorite high-end one, and then I'm gonna show you the drugstore dupe. It is a complete dupe, I'm telling you. My favorite one for years now has been the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in Bossy. I love Bossy. It works so well with my skin tone since I have like a kind of a golden undertone, a yellow undertone to my skin. This one kind of balances it a little bit, and it works great when I do cool tone looks. So that's the shade Bossy, B-A-C-I. So I didn't use that on my lips today. Instead, I used the drugstore dupe, which I think, honestly, I would just go with this one because it is more affordable. And that is the Milani Amore Satin Matte Lip Cream. It is so hard to see a difference in that. The Stila one might be a smidge bit more rosy versus the Milani, but it is hard to tell a difference. And they both have a very, very similar formula. I love them. I've been wearing it since, what, 6:45 this morning, maybe 7 o'clock, so 4 hours now. Not bad. I even ate a bagel, so pretty cool. Now I topped it today with my favorite lipstick. This lipstick's a little bit annoying though, but it is my favorite, so I have to mention it. And that's the Revolution Pro. I think these are called the New Neutrals lipsticks. They're kind of like trying to do a dupe on the new nude lipsticks from Huda Beauty, but the shade Stripped is absolutely beautiful. I popped some on the center of my lips today just to give that kind of full look, and it is so creamy, so pigmented, so nice. Now I say I'm annoyed by this is because it's so creamy that it easily breaks. So this one has already broken off in the cap. Kind of weird. I don't know why. I think I was traveling with it though, and it just kind of shook out. So it was always like, seemed like it might possibly break, but I'm willing to look past it because the performance of it is so nice. It's so rich, so creamy. It's not super satiny though, where it moves on you. It has this kind of powdery feel to it. I haven't tried the Huda Beauty lipsticks, but I feel like I saw Raw Beauty Christie's video recently where she tried the like full face of Huda Beauty hacks or whatever that she did. It was so funny. I loved it. But she was describing the Huda Beauty lipsticks. That's kind of how these feel to me. So I don't know if they went and like tried to dupe the formula as much as possible. So if they did, then it's great. Whether it's duped or not, this is a great lipstick. I love it. I love it. Now lip gloss. I love this lip gloss so much that I'm constantly losing my tubes of it. So my favorite one, I cannot find anywhere, but I'm still gonna talk about it because obviously it's my favorite. The Buxom Plumping glosses, which are either called the full-on lip polishes or the full-on lip creams. They are both plumping, so if you don't like that plumping feeling, this won't be for you. They aren't too intense after they wear for a while, but at first, if you're wearing it by themselves, they have, you know, quite of an intense minty feel to it. On top of lipstick though, you don't really feel much, but it does add that little plumpy, pout, glossy lip, and I just love it. It's so beautiful. My favorite shade is the Blushing Margarita that I cannot find. I'm constantly losing at least one, and then I'll find it, and then I'll lose a different one, and then I'll find that one, and then in the cycle continues. So right now that's the one that I'm missing, but luckily I have all these holiday ones that I reviewed, and I love these. These are year-round ones. I love Dolly. It's so pretty. Serena is beautiful. I got Coraline originally. This was my first one that I actually picked up at TJ Maxx. So I don't know if they make this shade, but it's a beautiful corally one. They just add a little tiny bit of pigment, so you don't necessarily need a whole giant collection, but they're great. I love those mini kits if you can get your hands on it, because those will probably last you longer than you'll be able to keep them in your possession like me. Wonder where that lip gloss is. But you guys, I think that is it for my makeup favorites. Let me do a quick scan. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else. So I think that's it for my makeup favorites of 2019, but I would love to find out from you guys, what are some of your favorite makeup products of this last year? Because I am dying to know, do we have any in common? Are there any that I really need to try and get my hands on? Because sharing is caring and we all want to talk and learn in the comments. I know me, for one, I'm always going down and looking at comments of videos that I'm watching to see what other people's opinions and stuff are. So I would love to get a chat going with you guys and we can discuss. Thank you for sitting down or maybe standing or whatever it is that you're doing and letting me yell at you about how much I love these products and just beauty in general. I want to say a quick thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed, who have followed me and just followed along in my whole journey and letting me yell at you about makeup, because I am not entitled to your time that you take out of your day to watch these videos. And if you do take time out of your day, I appreciate it so much and I appreciate you guys, and I think that you are all amazing. If you haven't subscribed and you do want to subscribe, don't feel pressured, but if you want to see more from me, you can do that. Just click that little red button and that way, like we discussed in the beginning, maybe YouTube will notify you. I don't know. It's kind of a free-for-all at this point, but it's the thought that counts, right? That's it for today, you guys. Seriously, go out there and knock them out of the park. Have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, happy, lovely, beautiful day.